Hey guys, welcome to the 8.0 showcase. I know it's been a long time since the last one, but I think this is a update that finally validates a video. So a lot of things have been added and tweaked, so I'm just going to go through the main things today, and hopefully you enjoy it, and you can go check it out on the server as soon as it's up. Right, so first things first is the Rob plugin. So the new Rob plugin is quite advanced, and your best bet is to just not understand it, because it really is complex. Just go with what it says. So pretty much it works out the people that are in your group, if they are nearby, so if they're within like a set radius, and the other witnesses that aren't in your group that are nearby. So it takes the amount of witnesses that are nearby and the amount of people on your team that are nearby and does a mathematical formula thing that I don't even understand, and spits out a percentage that you have to win the Rob or lose the Rob. So pretty much if we had 3v1, sorry, we have Ellie, Simi, me versus Mizzo here. If I did Rob Mizzo, you can see I succeeded the Rob with a 72% chance. So obviously that's quite a high chance. I mean, it is 3v1 after all, so it's not perfect because I didn't want it to ever have a 100% chance. So no one will ever have a 100% chance, otherwise that'll just be OP. But it gets a fairly rough estimate of where it should be based on the amount of people. As you can see as well, you get a wanted level, which I will get to soon, but that is, something I'll talk about at the end. That's another plugin that kind of works like the GTA wanted system. Anyway, now if someone else robs, so pretty much if the rob's successful, all people in your group that are nearby will get the same wanted level. But if the rob fails, which I don't know if it will, but if it does fail, the people in your group won't get any wanted level because you're the one who initiated the rob, and you'll get 1-star wanted level low for attempted robbery. So it's kind of complex, as I said, just go with it. It just works out things the best way. But let's say, for example, Ellie robbed Mizzo. So go ahead, Ellie. There we go. He got a successful robbery. I got another 2 stars, which adds to my other 2 because I committed 2 crimes right after each other. They add up, and now I have a 4-star wanted level. And also Simi will have a 4, and Ellie would also have a 4-star wanted level. As you can see as well, Mizzo's hands get forced up, so that pretty much tells him to de-equips his weapons if he has any, and he just needs to drop an item. So if you do get robbed and they succeed, please just play along with the roleplay and drop one item, even if it's a tiny gun like this. Just drop something and move on. But if they fail, then they wanted, so they got to run from the police, and it's up to you to go give them details or give the police details or whatever. So hopefully that'll make RP a bit better. Anyway, I just want to show another example with the robbing. Let's say Ellie and Simi, if you TP'd away to Tacoma real quick. So if they left the radius, so TP'd away or ran very, very far away, they have to be quite far. I think it's 50 meters. Okay, so they gone. Now, even though they're still in my group, they won't get in any trouble if I rob Mizzo. So I got a 1-star for attempted robbing because I had a 50% chance. So it's much lower than the 72% chance, and it's a 1v1, so obviously 50%. They didn't get in any trouble even though they are in my group. So if you do have people that are in your group but they're not really up to the criminal life, it's fine. They can just run away and hide for a bit. And now, last thing I'd like to show, if Simi and Ellie TP back, I just want to show the reverse of it. So if I kick them from my group real quick, now even though that these guys are all not in a group at all, they all count as witnesses. So if I try to rob Ellie, for example, let me just pay off my wanted, rob Ellie, I had a very, very low chance because now it's 1v3 the other way around, so I have a 27% chance of success. And obviously I failed, so I got a 1-star for attempted robbing. So that's it for the robbing plugin. As I said, very complex. If you don't want to understand it, that's fine. Just go with what it tells you. Right, now on to the next main thing is the wanted system. So, as a police officer, what you can do is walk up to people such as Ellie, and you can do check wanted Ellie. You don't actually have to be near them, you can just put their name down. And it just tells you their name is wanted for, and then their last crime, and what their star level is. So depending on their star level, police officers will get paid a different amount for actually being able to arrest them. They'll also get more jail time for the higher star level you have if you arrest a criminal. The criminal will have to be on the run for longer, depending on their star level, and they'll also have to pay a higher fee if they want to get rid of the heat. So I'll get to that soon, but the first thing I want to show you is how to arrest as a police officer. So if I were to tase Ellie, it puts him down on the ground, puts his hands up, and I can simply slap some handcuffs on him, and then he's stuck for 7 seconds, I think it is. Oops, I have to actually look at him, and then I can do /arrest. You've arrested the wanted player Ellie and received, and it gives the money. Now this money might change, by the way. It's just to start. We'll have to see how things go. But yeah, the money's different per wanted level, so a lower star criminal will pay less than a higher star. And that money's paid from the server, by the way, not the criminal's bank account. So anyway, Ellie would get arrested and he would end up in the cell. He's just released himself, but he'll end up in the cell there. He won't be able to leave until the timer runs out, or like he did, he released himself, and then it auto teleports him out the front door and he can continue on his way. So that's about it for the arresting side of things. Now I'm going to show the side if you're a criminal. So obviously I have a 1-star wanted level. If I do check wanted, it tells me I'm wanted for attempted robbing, 1-star, escape by paying 250, or hide for 54 seconds. So I think it's like you have to hide for 5 minutes. Obviously I've waited quite a bit of time since I got the crime, so I've only got 54 seconds left, which means I could just hide out from getting arrested, or I could go to jail, which I just sit in jail for a few minutes depending on my crime, and I will then be released and won't have any wanted level. Or I could do pay wanted, which I pay 250 bucks and it removes my wanted level like that. Pay wanted is quite expensive though. I think for level 4 wanted or level 5 you have to pay like 4,000 bucks, so it's not really worth it. Your best bet is to just stay on the server. You can't leave the server, by the way, and wait off the time. You actually have to be on the server for 30 minutes straight, or that's 30 minutes is the 5-star, or 5 minutes I think it is for the 1-star. So it's nothing serious, just hide or just sit in jail. The maximum jail time is like 4 or 5 minutes, so I'm pretty sure you can sit on the server even if you watch a YouTube video while you're in jail. It's not going to kill you. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention was that all crimes are not going to be added by players now, so you can't be arrested for dumb reasons. Police can only arrest you if you have handcuffs on, and if you have a legit crime, and crimes are only added by plugins. So if you do a bounty, like, oh, okay, there we go, someone's just placed a bounty, that's perfect. Bounty placed, and now, okay, nice, I think he's in guard. Okay, there we go, so now, if I did check wanted Mizzo, he just murdered a guy, so now he's on 4 stars. So pretty much, there's going to be a whole bunch of plugins. Right now, the only 2 plugins are Rob and Bounty, but in the future, there's going to be pickpockets, speeding, drugs, illegal weapons, all these different things. So a whole bunch of plugins will add to your crime. So you're not going to be arrested for dumb reasons anymore. You can't complain that the police are abusing their powers, because they can only arrest you if you actually commit a crime that the server detects. So that's about it. It's quite similar to how GTA works, so I hope that's a lot more enjoyable. And then the last thing is a Decay plugin, which I'd just like to discuss. It's pretty simple. If you do not play on the server for 72 hours, which is 3 days, all your homes will get reset and all your structures and barricades will get cleared off the map. So yeah, 3 days, that means you just have to be on the server once, even if it's for a minute, every just under 3 days, and then you will not have your structures wiped. This is just to stop people from building things, leaving the server, and then creating a laggy map, which will hopefully mean wipes are a lot less frequent. But yeah, that's about it for Decay. If you are going on holiday though, and it is a legit reason, and you're a trustworthy player, simply DM either me or the management, and they can add you to a list of players that won't get their things destroyed. So if you're going away for like 4 or 5 days and you really do want your things to stay, we'll just add you to a list and it won't get destroyed, and that's all good for you. And then when you come back, we'll obviously remove you from that list. But oh, last thing is, if you do get banned for 3 days, you will lose your things. So please don't get banned. But yeah, that's about it. So if you do get banned for 3 days, it means you committed a serious rule-breaking offense. So as long as you're a good boy, you won't have any problems. But yeah, that's about it. I know it's been a fairly long video. Thank you for watching. You can check out the server. It is live now. And thanks to all the staff that helped set it up.